College horror stories, from creepy roommates to terrifying encounters. Today's video dives into the spine-chilling world of college horror stories, tales that unfold on campus, at parties, or in social settings like bars. College is often seen as a time for growth, fun, and making lifelong memories, but sometimes those memories take a dark turn. Before we get into the stories, let's talk about something that might seem unrelated but is crucial for your college experience: smelling good. Your social life can skyrocket in college, but first impressions matter. People judge you based on how you present yourself, and smelling bad is a surefire way to make others avoid you. That's where Scentbird comes in. Scentbird is a monthly subscription service that delivers high-end colognes and perfumes right to your door for just $17 a month. You can choose from top brands like Gucci, Versace, Prada, and Tom Ford, and each fragrance comes in a 30-day supply. This month, I received Arrow's Flame by Versace, Cross River Gorilla by Sanctuary, and Foreman Black Edition by Bentley. Each bottle includes a card describing the scent, so you know exactly what you're getting. Not sure which fragrance suits you? Take Scentbird's quick quiz on their website, and they'll recommend the perfect scent based on your lifestyle. If you're interested, use the code NIGHTMARE55 at checkout or scan the QR code below to get 55% off your first month. Trust me, smelling great will boost your confidence and have people complimenting you left and right. Now, let's dive into the horror stories. Chuck's interview from hell. My name is Chuck, and I graduated from UC Berkeley in 2016. My college experience was amazing. I joined a frat, balanced my studies, and even met my fiancée, Rosie, there. But if you'd asked me about Berkeley during my freshman year, my answer would have been very different. As a freshman, I was overwhelmed by the pressure to succeed. At Berkeley, everyone seemed to have their lives mapped out, and I felt like I was falling behind. I spent hours polishing my LinkedIn profile, convinced my future depended on it. One day, I received a message from a prestigious business firm expressing interest in my profile. It wasn't a generic bot message, it was personalized. After a brief exchange, I was invited to a first-round interview. My interviewer, a man named Armand Slawinski, gave me an address in Oakland. I was confused. Why would the interview be in Oakland and not Berkeley? My friend Riley thought it was fishy but offered to drive me. When we arrived, I was stunned. The address led to a construction site, no coffee shop in sight. Before I could call Riley, a deep voice called my name. I turned to see a tall man in an expensive black suit standing next to a matte black Bentley. He seemed just as confused about the location and suggested we find another spot. He motioned for me to get in the car. As I walked around the Bentley, I glanced into the back seat. What I saw made my blood run cold, a man lying on the floor, clutching something long and metallic. This was a trap. I bolted, sprinting down the street as the car screeched after me. I managed to climb a fire escape and hide until Riley found me. To this day, I don't know who that man was or what he wanted. If Riley hadn't driven me, I might not be here to tell the story. The creepy roommate. This next story comes from a current college student. During move-in day, they discovered they'd be living in a Jack and Jill dorm, sharing a bathroom with 3 other guys. One of them, Diora, seemed off from the start. Diora looked like a stereotypical Discord mod, pale, skinny, with a peach fuzz mustache. His social media was dry, and in person, he was awkward and introverted. He rarely left the room, spending hours gaming on his PS5. But it wasn't the gaming that was weird, it was how he did it. Diora would grunt, shake violently, and whisper to himself while playing. He'd even grab his feet and pull them toward his body. It was unsettling, to say the least. One night, I came back to the dorm around 1 a.m. and found Diora staring at me with a creepy grin. This happened multiple times. I tried to move out, but the housing office said no rooms were available. Things took a darker turn when I noticed some of my belongings, like my iPhone charger and scissors, were missing. When I confronted Diora, he handed them back, but in the process, he knocked over a box on his desk. Inside was a collection of my personal items, a photo of me, my socks, a pair of glasses, and even eyelashes. I yelled at him to leave and reported the incident to my RA. But when I went to show them the box as evidence, it was gone. Diora denied everything, and without proof, there was nothing the RA could do. I'm still stuck living with him, and it's hard to sleep knowing he's just a few feet away. What was in that box? Why did he take my things? I may never know. The warehouse escape. This final story comes from a Big Ten school during Halloween week. After a football victory, my friends and I went to an off-campus frat party. Things got wild, and when someone yelled, "Cops!" everyone scattered. In the chaos, I lost my friends and my phone. It was freezing, and I had no idea how to get back to campus. I stumbled upon what I thought was an academic building and went inside to warm up. But it wasn't a classroom, it was an abandoned warehouse. The door locked behind me, and I found myself in a room with chains hanging from the ceiling, steam, and a low red light. It was like something out of a horror movie. Then I heard footsteps. Heavy, deliberate footsteps. I kicked out a window and jumped, landing on recycling bins 10 feet below. As I hid in the shadows, I saw a figure looking out the window, searching for me. I ran for my life and eventually made it back to my dorm. My friends were frantic. I'd been gone for nearly 4 hours. Later, I learned the building had been abandoned for years. Whoever was inside wasn't a cop or security guard. To this day, I don't know who that person was or what they wanted. If I hadn't acted quickly, I might not have made it out alive.